When I first got a guitar, it made me feel like I had an identity. It was a safe place to stay occupied, to enjoy the time exploring and creating. I loved music, but I never thought of copying someone. I thought that anyone that I admired was able to do their thing, and I just did mine. The guitar was something rebellious. There was nothing scholastic about it. It seemed when I started to be introduced to having to learn notes and how to read, I also started to see how other people did devote a lot of time to copying people. As I started to be a teenager and be exposed to a wider variety of complex music, I got to the point where I wanted to understand everything there was about music. I started thinking that I had to put aside a lot of what I grew up with because it was not complex enough. I found myself studying in a mathematical, scientific, and historical way, more than I ever had with any subject in school. After a while, I found myself at a point of not playing much music at all. I was dissecting, analyzing, calculating. Theoretical study was becoming my identity. Knowledge seemed to be power. Wisdom is strength. I started to see the music I was listening to, the people I was surrounding myself with, the places I would go, and the way I would experience things seemed much more refined. I noticed I was being told I seemed to be cerebral. I came to this shift in my life where it seemed like the dam broke. Out poured this flood of emotions, flowing so fast and rough that I could not keep up. As that started to settle and then dry up, it seemed I was buried by two emotions. Anger and sadness were both sides of the spectrum. This became my identity and all I could see. If I could get myself to play music anymore, I started to observe if I could even get myself to play music anymore. I started to observe how there were sounds coming out without any thought and without any preparation. These sounds and inflections were a reflection of what was now deeper inside. And now I could recognize those nuances in all of the music I had lived with my whole life. I knew I needed a better balance of emotions, and it was very hard to even fathom any. Being grateful was a huge discovery, especially at the point of not really caring about anything. With this, I was able to start right where I was. I felt a breeze on my skin and just closed my eyes and tried to soak in every bit of it and enjoy every bit of it. I sat and just thought how even so simple and basic this is, it is something I have always appreciated. One evening, without even paying attention, I was half listening to a television program I had not seen for a long time, and something I heard made me laugh, and it was sort of a deep and sinister laugh. And that feeling reminded me of things that have been with me that seemed lost. I still look for more to keep an emotional balance. I have come to discover that the hard things we do go through in life give us the experience to help someone else we may find that is going through the same thing in life and that seems to answer many of the why do these things happen to me queries. I also find myself going back and appreciating music I might have ignored at the time it seemed to be defining an era. I can listen with more experienced ears and mind, and also seek and feel from the inside at a deeper level. But I also look ahead to go beyond what my mind can think or grasp.